Hello, HVAC family. I'm sure most of you guys are aware of this. The price on scrap metal right now is crazy good. It is so worth your time to take the old air conditioners and the coils apart and take them to the scrappers and sell them. They'll buy them always right there on the spot. Right now, I'm getting close to, I think it's about $150 a unit. I'm going to take apart this unit I've got right here. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. I'll make it short but sweet, but I'll show you what all's involved and how you have to sell it to them to make the most amount of money. This is pretty standard what you're going to get on a changeout. I've got the old coil and I've got the old condenser here. We're going to take this thing apart. The coil, I don't really need to show you guys that. It's real simple. It's basically the same as the condenser, only simpler. First thing I do when I'm scrapping these is turn them on their side because I don't like to bend over and you hurt my back. So I flip this thing on its side so I get easy access to all of these screws. It makes it, getting this thing apart makes it a little easier. And we don't care. It's an old piece of junk. It's going to the dumps anyways. Next step is get all these screws out of here and just start piling up the sheet metal. I like to do even the electrical compartments. All this is coming out right now while I have it on its side. I go ahead and I flatten everything out just to make it easy on me. Throw it in the scrap pile. By the way, the electrical wires are worth a little bit of money. I kind of don't feel like it's worth my time doing it, especially with how well the, brass and copper's paying. I just cut all the wires. I don't even bother unplugging anything. I just cut this all loose. Also, these motors are worth a bit of money. They're worth, in my opinion, I think it's worth taking them out and scrapping them easy. If I can get this fan blade off really quick and easy, I'll scrap the motor without the blade because I think they get a little pissy if you leave the blades on. They will still take them, but every time they give me crap about it. Anyways, you saw how these out come off. Then I do this part, and I let this fan motor just fall into the base of it. Just so you don't think I'm a complete moron, when I do when I'm doing a lot of these, I actually get my screw gun set up with a nut driver. But for this one, I'm not gonna bother. This is the only one I'm doing today. And there she goes. I try to keep that sheet metal pile nice and neat so I can just throw everything on top of it. And then that becomes kind of like my skid or pallet to haul all the sheet metal off because I got to get rid of that too. They will pay you, well, they do pay you 8 cents for steel if you have enough of it. But I think you need about a ton before they'll start even weighing it. All right, I'm about 10 minutes into it now. I'm just going to cut the copper right off of the compressor here. I cut as close as I can because they don't ask me to seal these up. Some places that you sell to, they'll actually have you seal these back up before they'll even buy them. Okay, all we have left is this coil, and you are now officially tweaker rich. I'm going to show you one step here you got to do to make sure you become tweaker wealthy, I guess you'd say. Right now, this is how the tweaker's taken in, and you don't get a whole lot of money for it. Now, we're going to take these sleeves off of here, and then they pay you really well for these, and I'll show you how I do it. You can also take your time and pop each one of these sleeves off here. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I give it a try. If they're not coming out easy, I just throw this whole thing away because you'll pull all these off and maybe get 50 cents. So I just don't feel like it's worth it. But if you got time on your hands, by all means. I'll show you guys firsthand the joy it is getting these things out of here and how you do it. See these? I grab it with these pliers and I just bend on like that. These are actually popping off pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take them out of here. All right, our last sleeve we've got to cut off of this coil. This one actually cups this way. So it would not make sense to cut it off going this way. The other one cup that way. So you don't want to cut it from here. Cut it from right here and get as close as you can to the steel because it makes it a heck of a lot easier knocking this metal bracket off. The last thing I do is knock this sucker off and then fold up the coil. We're done. I'll do a second follow-up with how much money I actually make doing this. But watch this. Sometimes these come off really easy. Sometimes they are a bitch. This one's going to be semi-easy. So that went pretty well. I will do a follow-up video and let you guys know what I got for those 2 large coils. There's actually 5 small ones right here and a small.